Hello bright ones, how are you doing? I just thought I'd make this video. I've been being asked different questions and I can only give you my take on everything as it is in my understanding of my consciousness at this time of being here. There's been many things play out, especially in the last few weeks, to do with different religions, different things have been happening, and I just wanted to put in a nutshell, the best that I can, my take on what's happening, why. So this time has been prophesied for a very long time through all cultures, all traditions, religions, sacred texts. It's all been kind of spoken in a similar but different way. So back in 2012, we had the big talk about the ending of the Mayan calendar, and everyone was freaking out, saying that was the end of the world. What this time is donating is not the end of the world necessarily, it's the ending of the old age of how this planet was and how people lived upon it. So this time is donated that the past, we don't know how many years because everyone says something different, at least 10,000 anyway. Whenever the fall of Atlantis was, when the earth grids, when the people got distorted, some of the people got distorted in their energy, in their ways of thinking, when the greed and the power struggle started rising, that created a massive collapse, and in that way of living, in that 5-dimensional and above consciousness. And before that was the age of Lemuria, and then before that Mu, and they were all ages that denoted that people lived differently, that people were different. And this age is going to be different again, in that we are going to maintain having a physical body for the time being, but our consciousness, that means our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions, our energy, and how we remember all about maintaining all of that, is what's changing. Now this has come not by humanity, this has come from the planet herself wanting to change consciousness, that she has had enough now of being in a lower frequency, of a lower vibration, and of being in duality. And her consciousness itself is the thing that is wanting to change and is instigated these changes. It's nothing to do with the people. The people have to change because the planet is changing. And how it's changing is by light, frequencies, radio waves, radiation signals, all kinds of to our eyes invisible light codes, light packages coming in. They're coming in through our sun, they're coming in from the center of the galaxy. Quantum physicists have been monitoring this. very center of all the galaxies, and it's emitting pulses and radio waves and different signals that they have no idea what it's being emitted from. So basically the waves are hitting everything. It's not just our planet, it's hitting all the planets in our solar system. And what this is doing is changing over time the consciousness of the planet, and is raising her vibration, her frequency. So where this planet has been a what we'd call a three-dimensional way of thinking and being, it's being raised to a fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth dimension. And the light codes coming in from the sun, and from the sun beyond the sun, from the seven suns, this has all been prophesized, and there's very many different prophecies and stories that you can go look at. So, you know, the time of the Rainbow Tribe, the Hopi, you know, the ending of the Mayan calendar. There's many different stories in the Bible, the time of the rapture, and all of that, end times. But all that means is it's a time of how we have lived and how we're needing to change to go into the new age. And this is why everything is shaking up. This is why the government systems, this is why the banking systems are all shaking up, is because none of that is in our best interest. The earth provides everything for free. The earth is abundant, and it's the different peoples who have chosen to want to limit that to the other peoples, and that is the shake-up. And we don't know what form it's going to come through. We don't know how it's going to affect everyone. And basically, from a shamanic point of view, it's remembering that everything in our inside of us, how we think, how we feel, our thought processes, our traumas, all of these programs, they all need to change and to go, because everything that we think inside is being created on the outside. And to help facilitate this change, different beings from different systems have chosen to come down and embody into a human body, because beings that are 5, 6, 7 dimensional, humans can't really perceive unless their consciousness changes to speak with them telepathically by going through the different dimensions. So beings from the angelic realms, from the fairy realms, from different star and galactic races have chosen to come here to help with this massive change by bringing their knowledge, their frequency, in helping the activation of the grids, because when Atlantis fell, the planet was put down in frequency to a 3 dimension. And so the incoming codes are activating new earth grids, new energy lines that power around the planet, and the very core of Mother Earth herself is changing to becoming a crystalline. So therefore, this is affecting not just humans, it's affecting the trees, the plants, the weathers, the elements, the animals, the sea creatures, like everything on the planet is being affected. And as these incoming codes come in, they are affecting the magnetic fields, they're affecting our personal magnetic fields and energy fields, and this is all meant to be. And no matter what fears and stories are being told, this is a process. This is unstoppable, because this is deemed from Mother Earth. So I hope all that makes sense. So every day, try to open your energy fields to receiving more codes that will help your energy change, will help bring healing, will help bring activation in your DNA, will help you to release old thought patterns and behavioural cycles that you've been stuck in that are not for your best interest. Blessings.